All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. IPOB, one family. One family IPOB. Ever formidable. Good evening, good night, good morning, and good afternoon from wherever you are joining us. You are all welcome to Biafran Twitter space. My name remains Mazi Chukwuemeka Anyoro Okafor. Mazi Okafor is from Aniocha province in Biafra land, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Northern Region Coordinator in Germany, and I based in Bremen. I say, may Chukwu Okabiama bless each and every one of you from wherever you're joining us. Today we have a very special section, a very interactive section. But before we continue, we shall never forget those that started what we are doing. A man like Dim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, a man that sacrificed whatever possible that he has to make sure that people like me and you have the opportunity to gather here today to fight for our freedom. The same thanks and praise we are giving to our spiritual, our supreme leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man that was brutally kidnapped in Kenya and rendition to the contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. And since the 13th of October 2022, the appeal court has discharged and acquitted him and declared him innocent, and he's been illegally detained in the contraption called Zoo in DSS dungeon for more than 6 months now. The word shall bear us witness. How can we forget the gallant men, those men that are not sleeping morning, day, afternoon, and night to make sure that our ancestral home, Biafra land, is free and that we are not overrun by the Fulani Janjaweed. But my comrades, my brethren, lovers of freedom from all over the world, before we continue, since today is a special day, I will like our leader to lead us in prayer. So please, wherever you are, if you're wearing a cap, please pull it. And if you're a woman, please try and cover your hair. I want to invite our leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to lead us in a short prayer before we continue. We will first give 1 minute silence to those our comrades that passed away, those that came out believing in what they know, those that believe that it's better to die as a free man than to live as a slave. Those men that know what is just, those that acted like our ancestors, those that came out in Aba to protest for the release of our leader, but we are gone down by the terrorist Nigerian government. Let's give them 1 minute silence, and after that, our leader will lead us in prayer. We start now. May the soul of the departed rest in the hand of Chukwuka Biama. I hand over to our leader.
We are going to pray in the language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwuka Biama pụrụ m ihe niile Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto nye nweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọlaedo na ala ha niile so na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube n'ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iri gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rapụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị otu a wee baa ha ọnụ ije obodo kwesị bụ zu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke ebere na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na-anya ezi echiche na amamihe mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne dị n'otu ọganihu ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ka i wee tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezụga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka ọ ga-abụrụ ikpeta mazị na Biafra ga-abịa anyị ga-aja gị ma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị isi ala nye gị bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise
ise. All hail Biafra. Before we continue, comrade, I want to use this opportunity to thank the Office of the Directorate of State, our able HOD, Mazi Chike Doziem, for all his effort and patience with our people. Because like as you all know, our people continue to be the most difficult indigenes you have in that contraption called Zoo, Nigeria. May somebody tweet the doors are wise. We thank them for all their work, those wonderful men, principal officers of IPOB, those that are sacrificing their time daily to make sure that this dream that most people said we are dreaming, that this promise that Chukwuka Biama gave us, a land where we will have peace, a land where we will not be oppressed, a land where we will not be subjugated to suffering, a land where nobody will kill us and will not be held accountable. We thank the doors for all their efforts. I want to remind each and every one of you, this is not Umunna gathering. This is not kindred meeting. We are here to fight for our freedom. We are here to strategize and execute. So if you wish to contribute, or if you want to share your views with lovers of freedom from all over the world, all you need to do is to indicate, and as the time goes in, I'm going to call you in and you will get your 3 minutes to share your view. We are not going to tolerate parasites here today. If you are in the camp of those agent provocateurs, those that are kidnapping our people, those that are sabotaging the effort of indigenous people of Biafra, those that are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that we are stamped as terrorists all over the world. If you are from their camp, I will tell you now it is time for you to leave. If not, Chukwuka Biama kpogoku ezinụlọ gị. That is the way it is. We owe nobody no apology. At the beginning, we were called miscreants, but we continued. We knew that darkness can never cover the light. We knew that consistency is the key. Just like as our leader said, everything was thrown at us. They fight tooth and nail to stamp us Facebook terrorists. They fight tooth and nail to stamp us social media terrorists. They never believed that it was Okike that sent us. But as time goes on, every prophecy of our leader Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu is coming to pass in front of them. IPOB emerged in that contraption called Zoo, because Biafrans are suffering from insecurity, because Biafrans are suffering from injustice, because Biafrans are suffering from corruption from our politicians. Because Biafrans are suffering from oppression. Because Biafrans are suffering from exploitation. Because Biafrans are suffering from menace of Fulani headmen. Because Biafrans are suffering from all kind of massacre. From massacre in Olu to massacre in Osu. From massacre in Osu to the one we saw in Aba last week. From there to Ihiala. From there to Ebony. From there to Enugu to Ehamufu. From there to even Abo. All part of Biafran land is filled with blood of innocent Biafrans. These are one of the reasons IPOB emerged. We have all mineral resources. We have immense mineral resources that would have been enough and that is still enough to sustain every individual in that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. But because of the greedy politicians, because of the cabal, because of the big hand of the British government, because of the colonial powers to be, those that have sworn and declared us enemy without reason, we are suffering. Biafrans are trying, giving their best to make sure that they integrate in every ethnical society that they find themselves in that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. What are we getting back? Rejection, deception, insults, humiliation. There is nothing we are not getting from that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. And believe me, it's high time we activate Biafran Exodus. It's high time we start tweeting at Biafran Exodus because we cannot tolerate it anymore. All of you witnessed the event that have been happening since the selection called election that happened in that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. All of you saw how our people have been massacred, how they are driving our people from one places to the other, how they were burning the business of our people, destroying their livelihood, destroying their businesses, massacring them in broad daylight without nobody coming to their help. But all this nonsense must stop, and it shall stop. I don't know what is the problem with our people. The biggest enemy of our people is the way we reason. Why can't we understand that once we stand up together, once we get back under one umbrella, IPOB, under the leadership of Onyendumazin Nnamdi Kanu, in his absence under the leadership of DOS, that our freedom is closer than we can imagine. Watching the situation, watching all the whole thing that is happening around the globe right now, with the war you have going on in Europe, between Russia and the Western world, with China backing Russia, with the creation of the BRICS, with the new world order, it is a great opportunity for our people to understand that this is exactly the time we need to display Igwebike. This is exactly the time we need to stand strong. This is exactly the time we have to be formidable than ever. Be ready to confront the enemies, because what is about to come will be unimaginable. What is about to come will be worse than whatever we've experienced in that contraption called Zoo in the last centuries. What have we done? Why are we being persecuted? Why do they hate us without remorse? Somebody might think we came to preach hate. We don't come to preach hate. We are only trying to say the narrative the way it is. If it is a lie, I want to ask those living in that contraption, stop persecuting our people. Stop your injustice against our people. Stop massacring our people. Stop your oppression against our people. Stop the exploitation of our people, the exploitation of our mineral resources, because Biafrans have had enough. Biafrans cannot tolerate it anymore. And it is time we say enough is enough. And it's going to start with the coming census, just like the way the leadership said the last week in the brokers they made. Our revolution, our exodus, we start with that census because it is time we let the world know exactly how many of us are crying. What we are in right now is Onyaga na Nwanne. No one will be left behind. In this coming census, just like as the leadership said, I want to remind the politicians, it is their duty. They should see it as a call of duty. They should see it as a golden opportunity that will not be missed to give back to the people all they've been looting from our people. They should see it as an opportunity to build bridge between them and our people. Watch all these years that they've been watching, and our people are being massacred without them doing anything. This census, this coming census, this time our people are about to return home because we can't be telling our people bring your business home while less our politicians, the elite, the prominent, those that have money in their hands, fail to understand the responsibility they have with them, with those cash they have, those that have looted the funds that are meant to develop Biafra land. It is this time around you must bring out those funds. Start building shopping malls. Organize those our people that want to come home for census. Organize transportation for them. Make sure they come back home so that they will be counted as Biafrans, because we as IPOB, like the leadership said, we are going to monitor that census. You see, this coming census is going to be make or break in that contraption called Zoo Nigeria, because this last election called fraud election has exposed everything they've been hiding, all their imaginary figures whenever election come. This particular election have set the record straight. And we are not going to turn blind eyes to this event that is happening right now. All of you have seen, we keep telling the international community that Biafrans are not loved in that country. Nobody believed us. Each time they will tell us, participate in the politics and let's see if you are not welcome in the country. Now an Igbo person, a Biafran with name Peter Obi, has come out. He was supported by the youth of that country. This man is not an IPOB, even he's a person that killed IPOB member and dumped them in Ezu River. But we have agreed that a fight that we have with our brothers should be trashed out among us at home when the time comes. So, but we are setting the record straight, letting the international community knows this man that won the election is now being put under pressure to leave that country. Since he won that election, the contraption has been playing different kind of cards. They started with tribal cards, and they started with tribal cards. As they see it's not working, they've drawn the religious cards. And at the end of the day, the youth of that country stand in unity. There we have no option. There we have no option than to come out openly and try to fight our people and try to massacre our people like the way they are doing. We shall make sure that it doesn't go unnoticed. We shall record whatever that is happening, everything that has been transpiring in the last days. Our people should make sure we keep record of it. Those we are asking to come back for the census, or those we are asking to come back to bring their business back to Biafra land, we should not forget that these our brothers that are coming back, they will not live on the street. One way or the other, they must need accommodation. You don't expect a businessman when he come back that he will start going to his village. Maybe he has a house there, that he will go to his village to settle down. You know, so we expect those politicians that have been rooting Biafra land. It is time that they go back those money they are stealing from our people and make sure that they bring out money from there to support our people, to support those that are coming back by building shopping malls, building residential quarters, residential home, where these people that are coming back that can settle. We can't be telling people to come back without providing provision for them. And who are those people that are mostly in position to do that? Are these politicians that have been looting everything possible that belong to the masses. The southeastern politicians, we are calling on them right now to make sure that this particular mission, this particular project, Biafran Exodus, that they support it. Failing to do so, they are still digging their grave more. That is just a fact. Because already they are being hated. Biafrans hate them. We understand that they are our enemy. They are complicit to whatever we are suffering. So to make sure that after this looming fire, this looming rain that is about to fall, to make sure that after all these things, the revolution that will befall that country, before or after the 29th of May, to make sure that most of them can still set foot in the kingdom of God on earth, Biafra land, they should see this exodus as a golden opportunity to save their ass, to seek for forgiveness from the masses. If they will be forgiven or not, it's not left for us. It's not left for IPOB. It is still left for the masses because most people have lost their family members. Most people have lost the breadwinners of their family. And that is just a fact. These are something that we cannot deny. So I want to ask each and every one of you, those of us who are here right now, to make sure you spread this message. If you're related to the so-called criminals called politicians from the eastern region, make them understand that this particular project that the leadership have created that will kick off very soon, that they make sure we should not wait till the time before they jump into action. They should make sure that they start right now. That is just the truth. They should make sure that they start right now in supporting the project. We have vast of lands that are empty. They should start immediately building shopping malls, building residential quarters, where our people that are coming back, those that are hot in different parts of that contraption called Nigeria, that wish to bring that their petty business, their big business back to Biafra land, they should make sure that they create they lay a good foundation for them to start up once they come. We cannot just be expecting them to come home when those that make them actually to take their business out of Biafra land because they were looting the money that were meant for infrastructure and development and dumping it in their pockets. Those people, it's time they bring out that money, and we will not keep quiet until they do it. Failing to do it, they should watch. I think the tribunal to decide the stolen mandate is coming up soon. Those of you, I hope you are following the politics in that contraption called Zoo Nigeria. I hope you saw what transpired. Exactly the same method. Sometimes I just watch this Zoo DSS and the agent provocateur that are working for them. I will start laughing. The same system that they use and try to destroy IPOB is the same thing now. That's why sometimes when things are happening, don't say because it's not happening to you that you are not going to speak out. The same thing now that they are doing to Obedient. All of us saw in broad daylight an APC member went to get a court this thing from an APC judge and go and take over the Labour Party house in Abuja and declare himself the new Labour Party chairman and try to withdraw the case P2B fight against this thing, the stolen mandate. They don't know who they are dealing with. I believe that is exactly the problem. They thought they are dealing with an ordinary person. That is exactly what I believe. Because if not, their plan was when they put a new chairman, that chairman will just go and withdraw the case. And then they can just say there is no more case for this Jagaban, the criminal, the drug baron to answer. Then they can swear in an illegal person and call him a president. and continue looting the way they are doing. But they forget they are dealing with somebody from Biafra land. Therefore, they understand what is happening. When he went to put that case, he put his name and then asked Labour Party as a co-suitor. So there is no how that case will go out of that court without P2B signing to it. So, and I think most of them now, they're understanding where it is. A lot of things happen in the last days. There is a lot of things that first of all, I want to use the opportunity one more time, even though I know that the hosts have done it, to apologize to our listener that we couldn't come live last week because I have situations that were above my own control, that I traveled, and before I could get back, the time was more than short, and there is no how I could program. But thank God we are here today, and we must spread the gospel against all odds. Again, no matter what these people try to do, they can never stop us. We have started, and our bus stop is the restoration of Biafra land. There is nothing anybody can do it. They keep throwing anything they like at us, but we keep like a moving train. We will keep marching. Anybody in front of us, we will match the person. That is just the fact. There will be no retreat. There will be no surrender until we get to our destination. We have a lot of things to discuss today because today will be a very interactive section. But before we continue, I want to give our comrades that are here the opportunity at least to share their view, because I miss a lot of them and I believe a lot of them miss us too. Mazi Evans, the mic is yours. If you're there, comrades, after you, I will give the mic to Mazi Lion Man. After then, Mazi Kachi will get the mic before I continue the operation. You are welcome, Mazi. The mic is yours. Chukwu Kabiama, bless you.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening, Mazi Anyora. Good evening, our listeners. Welcome to today's program and this evening sweet program. I still remember your fellow comrade Mazi Evans Hart. Thank you for your analysis. And Mazi, you see, we started when we started initially, the IPOB started shouting, screaming on top of their voice, trying to conscientize the one Nigerianist and some of our people that doesn't know or seem not to understand the situation that before that contraption called Nigeria, they say that we are jobless. In fact, they call us miscreants. And then Martin Nikano said he was in short the chief of the miscreant, the president of the miscreant. And today, the miscreants have been proven right. We've been proving that yes, Nigeria has no forward. Nigeria continue going backwards. It is only in Nigeria where yesterday is always better than today, and today will be better than tomorrow. It is only in Nigeria. That is to say, Nigeria, through the shambolic election they did, general election they did, they have shown their self to the world that they are not practicing democracy. Rather, they are practicing democracy in Nigeria and Fulani way. Because you cannot tell me where a drug baron, a person that ran away in America, convicted and ran away, forfeited over 600,000 US dollars in his account and ran away, to be in Nigeria as a governor, and now he's now a president. He wants to be a president. And people that are sane people that think that they are reasonable, they campaign for him, they snatch ballot boxes for him, they did everything for him to come and put somebody that is quarter to go in Nigeria's seat as a president. We say kudos to them. We continue to look at them because IPOB, we don't have anything to do with their politics. That's why we tell them, to your tent, O Israel, what happened in the house of Jesse? That is what we want. We want to your tent, O Israel. They should let us leave that area. Because killing the Igbos in Lagos, even when their brother Peter Obi did not even win the election, what will happen when they declare Peter Obi as a winner? Then they will bury all of them alive, both them and their properties. But Chukwu Kabema knows how he does his thing. He opened the way for people to see that Nigeria is irredeemable. Even people that believed in Nigeria before the election, even most of our people, some of our people that believe that through this election that Nigeria will be salvaged, they have seen it. They have seen it, and they say, through IPOB, we are right. They are right that Nigeria can never be mekwatat anymore. It is gone and gone forever. You see, but now we are going to tell them that IPOB, we are 7 steps ahead of them with this census. This their planned and shambolic census, they want to say it, where they have a plan to count our people. People will say you don't want, people will say you cannot let them rule, people will say you cannot let them rest. Everything, any law you do in Nigeria is targeted on a particular ethnic group and a particular race and a particular region. You are now planning to count them secretly, use them to top your population and continue to loot both allocation and everything, and using their numbers to continue to rig election. That is where IPOB is coming in. We are saying this time around, we did not hinder them not to do the election, but this time around, we will follow them bomber to bomber. We will campaign against this their counting our people in the population. That this population census they want to count now, we will use it also as a referendum population for our own in our own region. That's why we are telling our people that they should go home. If you cannot go home, you cannot go home. Remain, never be counted. Don't allow them to count you and your family, because the more you allow them to count you and your family, you are adding to your own problem, and you are being diminished politically, economically, and socially. Mazi, you see this our struggle. People who knows the truth, they have been saying it. They are murmuring it. Some of them that are ashamed, they are too ashamed to say it. They are murmuring it under their table that IPOB is the only organization and the only movement that has withstood Nigeria stand still, both internationally and domestically. And we will continue to do it. Clean our people in Aba. For even if the leadership did not, even if the leadership did not sanction it, or they sanctioned it, those men that died, Chukwu has signed that those men will sacrifice themselves. And if you know anything that is continue sacrificing human blood will turn to be a deity. Biafra is a deity that will always suppress in Nigeria, no matter whatever they do. This restoration Biafra is not pardonable. We will continue to push both internationally, we will continue to push Nigeria until Nigeria enters into everlasting gutter. Ndewo Mazi.
Mazi Lion Man, you can open your mouth and carry on while we wait for the host now.
Hello, Mazi Lion Man. Mazi, can you take up the mic? What's going on? Hello? What is going on?
Okay.